Hey plant lovers, today we're diving deep into the wonderful world of growing clementines, those sweet, juicy citrus fruits that are basically nature's perfect snack. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to grow and care for your very own clementine tree, whether you're planning to keep it indoors or outside. Before we jump in, if you're loving our gardening content, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. You'll never miss our latest growing guides and plant care tips. Now, what makes clementines so special? These little beauties are actually a hybrid between mandarin oranges and sweet oranges, giving them that perfect balance of sweetness and that incredibly easy to peel skin we all love. Let's start with the basics: light and location. Your clementine tree is basically a sun worshiper. It needs at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight daily. If you're growing indoors, place it near a south-facing window. And here's a pro tip that many growers miss. If you notice your tree getting leggy or producing fewer leaves, it's probably telling you it needs more light. In this case, you might want to supplement with grow lights, especially during those shorter winter days. Temperature and humidity, a sweet spot. Here's something crucial that many first-time growers get wrong. Clementines are surprisingly picky about their environment. They thrive in temperatures between 60 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 15 to 29 degrees Celsius. And they absolutely hate the cold. If temperatures drop below 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius, your tree will start showing signs of stress. Speaking of environment, let's talk humidity. Your clementine tree needs humidity levels above 50%. If you're watching this and thinking, but my house is pretty dry, don't worry. Here's a simple humidity hack. Place your pot on a tray filled with pebbles and water. As the water evaporates, it creates a perfect, humid microclimate around your tree. Hey, fellow garden enthusiasts, quick pause here. If you're enjoying this detailed guide, you'll love the complete article on our website, cultivatecore.com. We've got even more tips and tricks waiting for you there. Now, let's talk about something that can make or break your clementine growing success: soil and watering. The perfect soil mix for clementines needs to be well-draining and slightly acidic with a pH between 5.5 and 6.5. Here's what I recommend. Use a high-quality citrus potting mix if you're growing in containers. If you're planting outside, sandy loam enriched with organic matter is your best friend. Watering is where many people struggle, so let's break it down. For established plants, here's the golden rule: water when the top 2 inches of soil feels dry. And this is important, young plants need more frequent watering, about every 2 to 3 days in their first year. Fertilization, the secret to abundant fruit. Now, here's something many guides don't tell you. Clementines are heavy feeders. They need regular fertilization every other month during the growing season. Use a balanced citrus fertilizer with a 6-6-6 ratio. And here's a pro tip: supplement with micronutrients, especially iron, to prevent those yellowing leaves that can plague citrus trees. Container growing tips. If you're growing your clementine in a container, which many of you probably are, listen up. Choose a pot that's at least 18 to 24 inches wide and deep. Here's a lesser-known tip. Fabric pots can be fantastic for clementines because they promote better root health through air pruning. Pruning for success. Let's talk pruning. Don't be scared of it. The best time to prune is early spring, just before the growing season kicks off. Focus on removing dead or crossing branches. And don't forget to thin out dense areas to improve air circulation. This isn't just about looks. Good airflow prevents fungal problems that could harm your tree. Common problems and solutions. Let's tackle some common issues you might face. If you see yellowing leaves, it's usually either nitrogen deficiency or poor drainage. Curling leaves? Check for pests or water stress. For pest control, neem oil is your best friend. It's natural and effective against most common citrus pests. When to expect fruit? Here's the question everyone asks: how long until you get fruit? Well, if you're starting with a grafted tree, expect fruit in 2 to 3 years. If you're growing from seed, you're looking at 5 to 7 years. But hey, good things come to those who wait. Before we wrap up, if you're interested in growing more fruit trees, check out our video on growing peach trees from seeds. You'll find it in the end screen. It's another fantastic fruit tree that you can grow at home. Remember, growing clementines takes patience and attention to detail, but the reward of picking your own fresh, sweet fruit is absolutely worth it. Give your tree the right conditions, and it'll provide you with beautiful foliage year-round and delicious fruit in season. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful and share it with your fellow gardening friends. Drop a comment below with any questions. I love hearing from you all. And as always, happy growing.